Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jordan. If you're new here, today's video is going to be the full Pat McGrath system wear test. So you guys, I've previously done a wear test on the foundation by itself, and I really loved the way that it looked on my complexion. But today we're trying out each of Pat McGrath's product, the primer, foundation, and powder all together, and we'll see how that works. So if you're interested in that, keep on watching. Alright, so the first thing we're going to start off with is the primer. So this is the Unicorn, and this primer retails for $60. Now, the one thing that I do notice as I'm holding this box is that it's very light. Like compared to the foundation box, this feels very heavy, very luxe. This feels very light. Like the Unicorn is cute and all, but let's open this. Yeah, no, this... Ooh, Auntie Pat, I love you, but this feels very cheap. And then look, like this is like fraying up. Oh no, not for $60. This is a plastic bottle. I would prefer it to be glass or feel a little bit more heavy. This doesn't even feel like there's anything in it. Anyway, we're going to prime one side of our face. This has 1 fluid ounce. The primer feels very nice though. I said one side of my face. Okay, we're gonna prime the whole face today. Feels nice. Very like somewhat serum-y. Feels pretty smooth. Yeah, it does blur. There's a slight fragrance to it, but it's not like overwhelming, which is pretty good because I don't like too much fragrance in my complexion products. And we're gonna go ahead and put on the foundation. So I do have a separate wear test on this foundation. So yeah, I do really like it actually, and I prefer to use it with my hands. So I'm just pumping 1 pump. This is the shade 28. So that is 1 pump of foundation. I'm gonna pop just a half more pump. So just that, a little bit more on my forehead because I have a couple of spots there. And then a little bit more on my cheek. So I just want to compare these to you guys. So this is the foundation bottle, right? So nice and luxe. And then this is the primer bottle. Like, it looks cute, but it feels kind of cheap. Let's see how a primer works though, how it wears throughout the day, and then we can see. But for $60, I'm not one to complain, but it just feels not $60 worth. All right, so we're gonna go in with powder, but I'm gonna conceal first. I've been using the Stay Naked concealer. I do have a video on this as well. Alright, so that's what my complexion is looking like after we're done with concealer, foundation, and primer. I like it so far. So this foundation has this really nice radiant finish that I love. The powder is supposed to be a little bit more matte. So for those who, you know, prefer a little bit more of a matte finish, maybe this powder will work for you. But this powder retails for $55, and it's the Sublime Perfection Setting Powder. I have it in the shade Medium 3. So that's what it looks like, and then that's the tone. I really like this color. Hopefully this works out for my under eye area. So it has this like little peel. Ooh, okay, it's like a little net sifter. So one thing that I want to complain about, of course, something that I always got to complain about, is when I went to order this powder. Now, first of all, let's talk about when I went to the store to go get the products. I went to Sephora. I already had the foundation because I got it from Influencer, and I planned on picking up the primer and the powder. They didn't have the primer or the powder in store on launch day. So I was like, fine, I'll order it online. I went to order it online, and there were only 3 powders available online. So you had the light, medium, and then medium. And for some reason, the medium, deep, and the deep shade weren't available online, and that kind of just annoyed me because I'm like, why would you not have the darker shades available? Darker people want the powder too, you know? I plan on picking up medium 3 and the number 4, the medium deep number 4, because I wanted to see how it looked all over my face. The last time I checked a week ago, it still wasn't available, so that I haven't even checked, and I don't feel like checking now because it just annoyed me. So if you're gonna launch something, make sure you're launching all the shades at the same time. That's all I gotta say. All right, so I'm gonna put on medium under my eye, so I'm making sure my concealer is smooth. I'm using my typical Real Techniques setting powder brush, and we're gonna place that on. Oh, that shade is nice. Oh, this is very nice. Very smooth. All right, so I'm just gonna set my T-zone. I don't set all of my face. I do feel like that powder is pretty matte though, like compared to the rest of my face, like it seems like it has a real nice sheen to it. And then like under my eye, matte. It doesn't help that this concealer is matte too. Ooh. It's very smooth. So I'll just spray that down. If you're somebody who doesn't like that satin radiance finish that you saw in my previous video, if you did watch that video, then the powder will definitely help to mattify it, as it is a mattifying powder. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my makeup, and I will show you guys what everything is looking like. So I'm up close so you guys can see exactly what everything is looking like. So this is my complexion right now. We put the primer everywhere. I think it looks very smooth. It looks pretty nice. It's more matte than it was when I previously did my first wear test of the Pat McGrath foundation. I am not mad at how it looks right now. I do feel a little dry compared to the last time when I wore it. I didn't feel anything on my skin at all. So I'm thinking it's the powder. We're gonna see how it wears for today. So I'm gonna be having on my makeup for 12 hours again, like I always do. So we'll see how this wears throughout the day. But I think it looks smooth. The sheen is not there, but you know, it's okay. We'll see how it wears throughout the day. All right guys, so this is what the foundation is looking like currently. We've had it on for 6 hours. There is minimum shine on my face. The powder definitely keeps it a little bit more matte than the foundation itself. Slight creasing in the smile lines, but it looks pretty good, pretty smooth. I like it. I think it looks really good. It's the end of the day, and this is what my makeup is looking like. Alright, so I do think my complexion looks pretty good. As you can see, it's minimal shine compared to when I wore the foundation by itself with, you know, other products. So the powder definitely kept it a little bit more matte throughout the day. I still like the nice sheen that it has at the end of the day now. I like the way that it looks. It is really smooth under my eyes where I did set with the powder. My nose is a little bit more shiny. Smile lines are pretty good. It did not crease that much. It's just minimal creasing, but it can crease a lot more. So I think it did really good actually. I like the way it looks. I like the way it looks, but you guys, I feel like the foundation by itself looked like this. So I don't know if you need the whole system, to be honest. The primer is a no-go for me. Like, I don't feel like it did any difference. Like, I feel like it's smooth, but it's not any different than my other primers that I have. So for $60, I'm okay. You know, it's all right. I'm not gonna recommend that primer, to be honest, because I feel like there's better primers. I like my Hydro Grip. It didn't do anything that special for me to recommend it to you. So the primer is a no, especially that packaging just made me really upset. So no to the primer. The powder is nice. I like how smooth it is, but you guys, we only get 5 grams of product in the powder, and I didn't even realize it's 0.17 ounces. So let me show you like this. This is my Peach Perfect. You get 1.23 ounces. This is $32. And then my Hourglass, this one you get 0.36 ounces. which is 10.5 grams. So double what you're getting in the Pat McGrath, and this one is $46. So I just think this powder is really expensive for how much powder you're getting. It's very finely milled, don't get me wrong, and it's very smoothing, but I find that my Hourglass powder is very smooth and very finely milled, and so is the Peach Perfect. Like, I do like the powder color, like the medium 3. I really like this color, but I have other powders that are, you know, really good. I don't know. It doesn't have any smell to it, like, so that's the color. I don't know. I'm gonna get the Anastasia powder, and then I'll see how I feel about that powder. But for now, I'm just kind of like, I don't need this powder. Like, no offense to Pat McGrath, but it's pretty smooth. So if you were thinking about getting it, yeah, but 5 grams, I feel like you're gonna run through that, to be honest. Yeah. So as for the foundation, I love the foundation. I would still recommend that if you're looking for something that's more sheer to medium coverage, very skin-like, very healthy looking, you know, the foundation is it. The primer and the powder, you can definitely skip out on, to be honest. It's not something that's essential to the routine. It's not gonna, it's not gonna do anything that extra for you to need it. That's the only thing I would say. I do feel like the powder helps with oil control if you want to keep it in the family with Pat McGrath. But then again, I have worn the foundation with the Peach Perfect powder, and I felt like it helped with oil control as well. So, you know, that's up to you. You make that decision on what you want to do. But as for now, I would recommend the foundation. Everything else, you can skip. So that is going to be it for today's video. If you have not, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate that as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.